Good day. So today I'm going to deal with the second level of trigonometry, grade 10. So this is one of the basics. It's very important. So in this case, let's say we want to find a missing side and we only have one given side. So in this case, we cannot use Pythagoras theorem. For us to use Pythagoras theorem, we always have to have two known sides. For instance, if we're given that the hypotenuse is 4 and this side is 2, we can find the missing side using Pythagoras theorem. But in this case, we can't use Pythagoras theorem because we only have one side. So whenever one side is given, what you have to do is to check how it's related to the angle. So make sure you watch the first video that I posted if you don't know the basics, the very basics of trigonometry. I'll put it in the description below just in case. So you just have to ask yourself, how is this side related to this angle? It's adjacent. And how is that side related to this angle? Since this angle is directly facing it, it's opposite. So we have adjacent and opposite. So which trig ratio has adjacent and opposite? It's tan, because tan is opposite over adjacent. So it means, because we know tan theta is opposite over adjacent. So it's opposite over adjacent. So our theta, of course, is 30. So tan 30 is equals to our opposite, which is x, over our adjacent, which is 1. And then, of course, when we have, so x over 1 is still x, right? So this is going to be tan 30 is equals to x. Then when you type this in a calculator, tan 30 is going to be 1 over root 3. But the calculator will give you root 3 over 3. Okay, here I'm not using a calculator, I'm using my brain. Yeah, so that's what we have. Alright, here is another question. So we have this stuff. So how is x related to this angle? It's opposite, right? This angle is directly facing x. So opposite. And then this 2 is hypotenuse. Since the right angle is directly facing it, whatever the right angle is directly facing is your hypotenuse. So again, this fact that I said is important because of funny complicated diagrams. Maybe you've got in the first triangle, you're wondering which one is the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is whatever the right angle is directly facing. So that will be the hypotenuse. Whenever we've got complicated diagrams, which one is the hypotenuse here is whatever the right angle is directly facing, which is this side. Right? Another one last example. Let's just say we have something like this. Okay, so the hypotenuse, of course, is this side because this right angle is directly facing it, just in case these complicated diagrams where you struggle to find the hypotenuse. Alright, so we have opposite and hypotenuse. So which trig ratio has opposite and hypotenuse? It's sine. So we're going to say sine theta is equals to opposite over hypotenuse, and our theta in this case is 30 is equals to our opposite, which is x, and our hypotenuse, which is 2. And then how do we deal with this part? Whenever we're solving for x and we have a fraction, we can actually make this over 1 and cross multiply. So 1 times x is x, 2 times sine 30 is 2 sine 30. And then this 2 sine 30 will be, sine 30 is 1 over 2. So if you type this, it's actually going to be 1. The answer is going to be 1. So it means x is 1. Okay, so let me go for another example. Here is another example. So we have this stuff. So what do we do with this stuff? And let's say we're given 30 here and we want to find x. So how is this side related to 30? Since 30 is directly facing it, it means it's your opposite. So we have opposite. And then how is root 3 related to 30? It's your adjacent. So we have opposite and adjacent, which is tan. So it means tan theta is equals to opposite over adjacent. So tan 30 is equals to, what is our opposite? Our opposite is x, and our adjacent is square root 3. So what do we do here? We cross multiply. So this is gonna be x times 1 times x, which is x, and then this times tan 30 is gonna be root 3 tan 30. And then the answer here is just gonna be 1 as well. Here is another example. So we need to find x. So what are we gonna do? How is this related to 30? It's hypotenuse, of course. And then how is this one related to 30? It's adjacent. So it means which one has adjacent and hypotenuse? It's cos. So cos theta is equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. So our adjacent is okay, we're gonna say cos first. Cos 30 equals to our adjacent, which is root 3. Our hypotenuse is x. So what do we do here? Well, this is the same as over 1. So when we cross multiply, x times cos 30 is x cos 30. 1 times square root of 3 is root 3. So now here we need to remain with x alone. So what do? We have to divide both sides by cos 30. Divide by cos 30 as well there. So that this can cancel, and we'll be left with x is equals to square root 3 over cos 30. So the answer is just gonna be it's gonna be 2. So it means our hypotenuse is 2. Here is the last level for this particular video. So let's say we have something like this. So we'll obviously say how is this side related to this angle? While it's adjacent. And how is that side related to this angle? It's opposite. So which one is opposite of adjacent? It's tan. So tan theta is equals to opposite of adjacent. So tan 45 is equals to our of course opposite of adjacent. And then our opposite is 2, our adjacent is x. I just wrote it first, but let's write the formula first. So what do we do here? So we multiply this, so this is going to be x times tan 45, and then when we multiply that, it's going to be 2. Then we're going to have to divide both sides by tan 45 so that we can be left with x only. So when this 2 cancels, we'll be left with x, so it's going to be x is equals to 2 over tan 45. Tan 45 is 1. When you type this in the calculator, your answer is just 2. So there we have it. We come to the end of the video. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video, and if you've got a question or want me to make a certain video, please comment below and I will deal with that. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can receive more of this kind of stuff.